fit in the torch holes this time. Actually, call the jury members.
Oh my God, pick one. I know. I'm always coming back. I don't like
Is every seat taken? Oh no. No, it's one I taken.
You suck.
All right, welcome back to Tribal Council. We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Shauna and Carl voted out at the last Tribal Council.
And before I turn it back over to Parker, I do want to acknowledge we have Natasha and Eric here. They are big fans of us. They own Real Foot Brewing Company. They make local craft beers. They are sponsoring our finale feast, and they've been a big part of this as well. So I just kind of wanted to introduce them as well while they're here checking things out.
Amos, are there any rules about conduct tonight?
Conduct.
Yeah, like our
Be on your
behavior?
best behavior. Or show out.
This is just a regular. They're just here to observe. They just want. They just want to see what we do.
Sure.
So,
They'll see.
yeah.
They will indeed see.
Just don't get our donation revoked.
All right, let's get started with Tribal Council. German, you got quite a few votes at the last Tribal Council. So, what is it like going back into camp knowing most of this tribe put your name down?
I would say it was okay because I put my faith in the people that I've created bonds with, people that I trust, and they pulled through for me. It was really close. I got really worried at the end, but lines have been drawn, and it's part of the game, and I'm really, really appreciative that they kept me.
Kiri, before the votes are read, German also handed you something. Did you take that as a sign of trust from German?
It did, and also probably because I yelled at him for taking it in the first place. So, I think everyone, when they come on to Survivor or Real Foot or whatever it is, they always have a bucket list thing of they want to win individual immunity, or they want to find a hidden immunity, or they just want to win or make merge or whatever it is. And mine has always been I wanted to find a hidden immunity. My colorblind ass does not have a good time finding a brown package on brown ground, so it's never happened for me. So when I sat over there, which I sat over there by chance because everyone took my seat over here while I was putting my stuff down, and I saw that up there, that my heart, I almost wanted to cry in excitement for that. So I think it is a sign of trust because he knew how much it meant to me, and he did hand it back when he knew that he might be on the line. So I'm deeply appreciative of that, and I'm wearing it because I'm proud to finally say I found a hidden immunity idol.
Hannah, you have Kiri sitting here saying she openly has a hidden immunity idol. What do you think of that strategy?
I could be totally wrong, but I don't think it's a strategy. I think she's just so incredibly proud that she found
Everyone saw it. We were all standing here. I wasn't stealthy about trying to get it.
Okay. Tony, similar question. Before the votes are read last tribal, you gave something to Ethan. Was that a sign of trust to Ethan?
Me and Ethan have been together for most of this game, and I honestly felt like I was going to be the vote. As I said, the writing was on the wall. The immunity necklace, I figured it would give him a chance later down the road, maybe. But we'll see. I mean, luckily I got through the vote. But again, same spot tonight. It's like deja vu.
Now, Tony, you said you felt in trouble, but you didn't get any votes.
Yeah.
You say you feel in trouble again. Are you saying you're feeling trouble because something different happened in the scramble, or is it just a similar feeling again?
There's just an alliance of 6, and they're picking off the numbers one by one. And I mean, there's not much we can do. They're pretty solid together, and I mean, we basically kind of just sit around camp by ourselves and talk while they talk most of the time. Every now and then we get somebody, but that's kind of our experience right now.
Sandra, Tony's talking about an alliance of 6, that based on what he's saying, he's not a part of. Are you aware of an alliance of 6 Tony's referring to?
Yes, I am aware. But I mean, that's part of the game. Like, you're gonna have alliances, and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're in the majority, and sometimes you're in the minority, and it sucks when you're in the minority. But the game changes all the time, and alliances can splinter, or some advantages can be played. So anything can happen. You just got to keep your chin up. You can't be mad that, or upset that you're in the minority. Because I was in the minority already, like, for a while. So I'm still here. So things change.
Charlie, 2 different people are referencing an alliance of 6. Do you feel comfortable telling me who this 6 is?
I feel like telling who the 6 is it's already, like, the writing is on the wall. So if anyone would like to, like, say that they're a part of this 6, it makes sense. I'll say I'm a part of the 6.
Just say it, but
yeah. We all know.
Yeah.
We all know it at this point.
You can just
Are
tell him.
you
Just
all
tell
okay
him.
with that? Because it's Kiri, Sandra, me, German, Maddie, and Hannah. And us 6 have been through a lot. We've all been in the minority at one point in this game, and I think it is our turn to get to breathe a little bit. Even though, like, we are a unit, yes.
Maddie, you were named as a part of the 6. Charlie kind of gave his reasonings as to why he thinks y'all are bonded. Why do you think this 6 came together?
Look, I think it was a combination of factors, and I think what truly underpins this alliance is the fact that it is a group decision and it's a group discussion, and we all, like, every decision is, it's made by the group. It's not one individual driving this. And having come from a situation just yesterday morning, I think, when I was in a tribe where we had 4 original pinks, 3 original greens, and then me going from a position of feeling fairly comfortable in that 4 to then all the way at the very bottom and then getting voted out of the game. It's, as Charlie said, it's really nice just to have this feeling finally of breathing space, because I've been through that and I've been through the vote out and it sucks.
Trinica, you were not named in the group of 6. So does that mean that you're just as vulnerable as anybody else on the 6 tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's how math works. So, yeah, I'm not in the 6. I am as vulnerable as anyone else who doesn't have an immunity necklace or an idol. So, writing's on the wall, as we love to say.
Okay. Ethan, this is the first tribal since we merged that you don't have the necklace. Is it fair for these people to go, all right, this is the first time he's even vulnerable to be voted for?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, not having it is, sucky, but I mean, in terms of the challenges, I feel like I'm good at a certain type of challenge, and everything else, the necklace will probably be shared around with the people that are still here. Yeah, it's either, there's 3 of us that they can vote for, so it's one of us 3, and if it's me, I'll go and sleep and have some food and probably be in a much more better mood. I'm so tired, especially with the challenge last night, and then having to second endurance challenge, and I've just been pushing myself, and like my body's at the point where it's just like I don't really have the energy to muster up conversations. If people want to come and talk to me, they can. No one really does, which is fine. But at the moment, like, I'm just gonna hope that I literally just have to hope it's not me. There's nothing I can do.
Melissa, although you're not in the 6, you are immune for this vote, but immunity 1 round is not guaranteed immunity for the next several. So what do you do now that you have the necklace and have had this time to make sure you're not in the firing line at the next vote?
Just like this big breather they're having, I had a 10-minute breather wearing this necklace. It was super incredible, though. This was a bucket list item for me that I was able to check, so I'm very proud of myself. We're all fighting really hard. I keep saying that, but we are. And although the 4 of us are not in 6, we are literally scraping and crawling our way through this game.
Well, as the wearer of the immunity necklace, you have a decision to make. You get 3 tokens. You get 3 fire tokens for winning the challenge. These are for you. And you must hand out 2 to one person and a singular token to another. You have to make that decision now.
Okay. 2 Tony, 1 Charlie.
Thank you. Hannah, there's now 2 members on the jury. The jury is starting to grow. So how do you change how you vote out people from here on out, knowing that if you do make the end, you want them to vote for you?
You probably should, but I think at this point it's so fast paced and so mentally grueling that it's hard to think that far in the future. I think we're all thinking about how to get to the next vote, honestly.
Okay. And Sandra, you know, they always say it on Real Survivor, jury management, and but it's said to the point where it's almost like a subjective term. What one person wants to see in a finalist, somebody else may want to see something else. So what does jury management mean to you?
So it is all subjective, definitely, because you know, there's honestly winners. A winner doesn't necessarily mean they won all the challenges, or they won. You know, they're the most strategic. I mean, there's 3 aspects of the game. You have to have a social game, a strategic, and you know, challenges definitely help because you know you're immune if you win the challenge. And I try to so jury management. So I mean, I think it definitely you do have to kind of think, well, if we vote this person out, who are they close with? You know, because they're probably going to vote for that person if they make it to the end. So I do think you have to keep it in the back of your mind who is aligned with who and who's going to be on the jury and who you're going to take to the final 3. But you never know how someone's going to decide who deserves to be the winner.
All right. Well, I'm hearing a lot of talk about a 6. I'm hearing it could be one of the 3. They're not on the 6 and they're not immune, but let's see if the talk matches the walk. It is time to vote. I will give anyone here a chance to say something, address anyone here. This could be your last chance you have to do so.
I know we're all so hot and so tired and so hungry and so thirsty and so smelly, but you know, I just want to applaud us for being as respectful and empathetic and apologetic for those of you in the majority as possible during all this. So just like kudos to y'all. That being said, Charlie, you are not the godfather. You're 18. If you ever speak to me again the way you spoke to me this afternoon, I will send your ass back to grade school. I don't ever let anyone disrespect me like that. Don't do that again.
Okay.
I'm done.
Thank you for. I would like to talk to you after this in a much more respectful tone.
I'm open to that.
And I am very sorry that I made you feel uncomfortable in that way.
I appreciate the maturity in your response.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'll let them get closer to the booth. All right. Well, with that, we are going to get to the vote. We'll start with Ethan. Gary. Melissa. Anna.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Now I'll ask if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and you would like to play it. Now would be the time to do so. All right. Okay. Both Ethan and Tony have played a shot in the dark. Let's find out the results. Start with Ethan's. Ethan, you are not safe. Any votes cast for Ethan will still count. And Tony, you are not safe. Any votes for Tony will count. Now, I'll read the votes. First vote. Tony. Ethan. German. 1 vote Tony, 1 vote Ethan, 1 vote German. German. Tony. It's 2 votes Tony, 1 vote Ethan, 1 vote German. Ethan. 2 votes Ethan. 2 votes Tony, 1 vote German. German. We're tied. 2 votes German, 2 votes Tony, 2 votes Ethan. 2 votes left. Tony. It's 3 votes Tony, 2 votes Ethan, 1 vote German, 1 vote left. The next person voted out of surviving Real Foot. The next member of our jury, Tony.
Let's see if we can spill them.
My bad. Watch out.
Going for the ground.
Tony. Tribe spoken.
Thank
Time for you to go.
So you just got voted out. What are your feelings right now?
At peace. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming. It was going to be one of us 3. I think. I guess they viewed me as the better player, which I don't quite understand because Ethan won 2 challenges, and Trinika's like better socially than me, I feel like. So I don't know if it was the right move or not for them, but it is what it is. But I'm okay. I get to go relax a little bit now.
So you did play your shot in the dark. You saw it coming. Did you saw that votes would probably be coming to you? Did you expect to be voted out though?
No, I did not expect it. Genuinely I thought it would be Ethan because of the 2 immunities, that they would want him out before me because he beat me in 2 immunities. So like I said, I don't think it makes sense, but I played it anyway just to be safe, hopefully, but it wasn't.
I feel like I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who are you rooting for who's still left in the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's easy. Melissa, she was my number 1. Ethan, and Trinica. Like, that's my easy 3. I really hope one of them make it to the final 3 because I don't know if I could vote for anybody else. If somebody else made it on the 6, maybe Danny. Or Maddie, sorry, not Danny. Maddie would be the next option.
So on the opposite note, who do you feel the most betrayed by or disappointed in of the people left?
Probably Maddie. Maddie is probably who I feel the most betrayed by, actually. That's kind of why I would vote him. I don't know if I could vote Charlie. Charlie's probably the next option. I hate to say that, though. Sandra, Kira, both of them are the only 2 that have no shot at my vote. So at least if it's a final 3, I could just vote for the other one if those 2 are there.
Any final thoughts?
I had a great time. I got to play an idol correctly. which was like on my bucket list, but I actually did not think it would actually happen, especially because it took me 3 clues to find to not find the first one, and then I found the second one without even a clue, which I find, I don't know, that was kind of cool. One thing I left on my bucket list was not winning an individual immunity, but it happens. I gave it everything I had. That's all I got.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.